I am here. 2 minutes late. Almost on time. Tragic, really. One day, maybe I'll get it. Maybe I will be on time. But not today. Anyway, doing Planet Zoo today. I need to get conservation credits to do the last couple of animals that I have left for the African zoo. But that's going to take some time because I don't have any animals to get rid of right now. And I think I have 2 or 3 more animals left. I think I have aardvarks, which don't take conservation credits. And I have elephants and chimpanzees? Maybe? I can't quite remember. I'll check when I get in. Either way. Hey, Potat, how you doing? Good job on the first. Very well done. You're not new, but hello regardless. I'm also feeling quite ill today. Maybe it's related to my special guest from yesterday, who was quite ill when they were visiting. So I may end early because I'm feeling quite bad, generally speaking. So we'll figure it out. Maybe. Oh, right, I was making the enclosure for the elephants, and I made this, like, waterfall, and I meant to turn that into an actual, like, location. Oh, rip, yeah. It was rough. Okay. Oh, I do have chimpanzees. Oh, I don't remember when I got them. Where did I put them? Oh, the trapeze. Trapeze? Trapezoid. I put the chimpanzees in the trapezoid. I forgot. Wow, you're really just... like, I don't think something's wrong here. Not sure, but we got a psychic monkey. Sorry, psychic ape. This is the beginning of the... Oh god, they're dropping... They're dropping the weights. Watch out. Watch your heads. They're learning. They're learning to combat us. They're training. My god. Alright. Let's see. I have 1,300 conservation credits. I'm going to pause real quick, even though I probably shouldn't be. So this is the elephant enclosure. I definitely wanted to get elephants, hopefully this stream. I need to get aardvarks as well. Aardvarks are going to be in a small one somewhere, a small enclosure. But I don't think I made one for them yet. I don't know where I'm going to make that. I don't think they'll be a very popular creature, but I need them. I think it's aardvarks, right? Africa. Yeah, aardvark. I need savanna elephants, aardvark, and... Nyala? Do I need Nyala? I don't remember. I think I have Nyala somewhere. I think I thought that last time too. Habitats, please. Check the Nyala, just in case. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so I need a Nyala, if I don't have them already. I need the elephants and the aardvarks, and that'll be the last 3 animals I need for the zoo, and then I can go on to my final Antarctic zoo. If it lets me build in Antarctica, which I haven't tested yet. If it does, it'll be great. If it doesn't, I'll do something else. Okay, so let's see. If I were a Nyala, where would I be? And how would I find that? Species. Nyala. Do I not have one? La. Okay, I don't have one. So I need Nyalas. Did I buy any already? Preemptively. Ooh. Oh, bad. Yeah, maybe I won't do elephants, because it looks like they're all being bought up and sold for extortionate amounts. So I'm willing to forego getting one final animal if I have to. It's a shame because I really wanted to put them in this enclosure, but if people are going to go on and cheese the prices super high, I'm not going to bother. I'm not that patient. Let's see. Nyalas are fine. How many do I need? 1 male, 4 females. I think I had 2 females. Let me double check that. Nyala, we have 1 female there. 1 female there. That's it. Yes, we need 1 male and 2 more females. Well, there's only females available. That one's pretty good. No, I don't want to send to a zoo. I didn't mean to yet. Let's see. 1 more. And I think this one was quite good. Yeah. Gimme. Okay, we have all the females. We need to be 1 male Nyala. And for aardvarks, what do I need? I think it's 1 and 1, isn't it? Aren't aardvarks solitary? Yeah, it's 1 male, 1 female. Do I already have both of those? I'm guessing no. 1 male, 1 female. Oh, I do. Great. Now, where would I put an enclosure for aardvarks, and what would it look like? I could put it, like, attached to the elephant. Right here. Like a circle. No. I did want to put like an X or a cross or whatever in here somewhere. Like a cross there. Or maybe I could like attach it here. Like have it like go up and over like this. Like up, like maybe right there. It wouldn't be very big. It doesn't need to be very big. I could have it coming off of something. I think right here's a big open spot with nothing. But I worry if I made like a cross or an X, that it would take away from these enclosures, which are both triangular, sort of. It'd be too much of the same shape in the same location. I don't think I'd like that. I think I'd like to have it like near the rounder things to be a bit more like poppy. Yeah, I could just have it like across here. Like that. I don't know how that'd look though. We have a fight with the warthogs again. Who would have guessed? Also, the springbok. Did I already deal with this fight last time? I might have done. No. I did not. Get out of here. Warthogs. And you're out next, too. So we have Dahlia, Adaleka, Amina. All gonna have to go out. For very little, very little conservation credits. It's not surprising. They're incredibly common, but disappointing regardless. Get out. Oh, you're pretty good, actually. I probably should have kept you. And 1 more. There. Out of here. Okay, that's all them done. I should probably check that again to make sure that there's no males in there. I didn't actually bother to look. No, there's not. Okay, good. That's all handled. No more fighting in here, is there? No, doesn't look like it. Good. I don't want to look at that because it's going to tell me that the chimpanzees have been researched more. This is all good. Check this again. I'm just going to have to come back in and check the prices every couple of minutes to double check that it's doing all right. That's a pretty good one. I need males, though. And the only males that are available are like... Oh, that one's actually pretty good. I'm going to get it right now. Get it as soon as I possibly can, because I'm going to need them. So I got 1 male, elephant. Please tell me I needed that. I think I had one already, didn't I? No, I didn't. Okay, good. How many elephants do I need? Please don't be a lot. 3 to 15. So I need 1 male and a bunch of females. Doesn't really matter. Let me check. Are you good? You're okay. You're quite good, but you're very expensive. And you're bad. So I can get this one and this one, but only one, so I'll get this one since it's really good. I need to get 1 more to open the elephant enclosure, but I'll need more conservation credits for that. I could sell my lion. I think I have a lion still sitting around right here. I mean, I guess I can put them up for sale for now. They might sell within the next hour. Who knows? My Nyala. I need to check the Nyalas. How often? When do they recycle? Nyala. There you are. How regularly do you recycle? Oh, immunity 17, but it's the only male I've seen. I might grab this one just so I can open up a Nyala enclosure and then trash it when I get a better one. It's a bit cruel, but that's what I'm going to do. It's going to make some really bad babies, but whatever. Let's see. Okay, so the Nyala enclosure I'm going to have to make somewhere. I'm going to need to make an aardvark enclosure as well, right next to it. So maybe, how big does the Nyala enclosure have to be? Maybe 5 of them with some babies. I don't know how many. 500 meters squared? Not very much. No water needed. Do they like being with anybody? No. How much do the aardvarks need? Probably less. 2 aardvarks with, like, 3 babies. Okay, they need the same. So I could make the other part of this crescent and have the... Actually, how big is this crescent? It's like 10,000, isn't it? Or is it 20,000? It's like 20,000, never mind. I could make another part of this crescent and put all 3 of them in here. But I have elephants here, so Nyalas would be there, and then the aardvarks would be there, and I wouldn't have any room for anything else. There's no point in doing that. So I do want to make sure I have the circle, square, X. I just don't know where to put it. I could attach it to there, I guess. Have like a cross or an X here. It'd be a good way to view the animals, too, because it wouldn't be very much space. It'd be like up on either side, then it would like bridge over, and then go around like that, and the enclosure would go out this way and out this way, and people could view it from up on the top. That's kind of nice. I kind of like that as an idea. Should probably not do that noise. I could just do it for like 4.5 minutes while I clear out this whole area. The alternative is being completely silent, apparently. I can't hear any music. I know that there should be music playing, but I can't hear it. My headphones died on me today. I forgot to plug them in after stream yesterday. I was really annoyed, so I plugged them in, but when I plug them in, they make this awful hissing noise, so I can't wear them. So I plugged in my earbuds, which are like 10 years old now. And my goodness, those are bad. I use them to, like, when I go walking, like, around the place, listening to music to go to, like, the store or whatever. But, never with my PC, and for a very good reason. They have absolutely no dynamic range anymore, so they're really bad. There was music a moment ago, but it was quiet compared to my voice. Oh, I meant to turn the audio back up. I forgot about that. I turned it down a little bit for when, I was playing a game that was very loud. But I don't remember what game that was. It might have been Frog Detective, but I can't remember for sure. Anyway, it's turned back up now, and it is completely silent. I just checked. So who knows? Okay, give me the 7. I want to have it come off of this angle here. Like this. Then this direction. And this direction. And then down like that on either side. And then we delete these and these, and then just go straight down like that. How dare you? Okay. Maybe between tracks, we'll see in a moment. There we go. Oh, okay. Some music exists very quietly. I don't think it's quiet, though. I think my audio should be, like, pretty decent. Like, my master volume is low, but music's a little bit quiet, too, but not by that much. Now I can hear it. Okay. I didn't measure the size of this one, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. Let's see. Is that good? Is that even? That looks even. There. Okay. And I want to have the enclosure in the middle here. And I'm going to have a bridge going over the top, and then on either side, like here. And here. Just do these for guides. Shh. Okay. So I'm going to have delete that, and that. Then right here I want to go up. Oops. Up. That's a bit aggressive. Maybe I need to start it back one more. Okay, build out that direction, delete that one. Delete that one. Connect in the middle, build out here. 1, 2, 3, down. Straight to there. That's not going to work, is it? Okay, undo everything until I get it back to how I wanted it. Okay. Delete that. Delete that. That worked fine. I just needed to go this direction and then down like that. And delete that one. Okay, then delete that one. There you go. Bit wonky, but the method works. Okay. Then in the middle, I want to have the gap over top. Ow. From here. Okay, you're gonna go up. Not like that. Just straight up. Alright, fine. Then from this side, I do the same. Back up one. Ramp up. Connect on the top here. Like so. Alright. Now, I want to have the enclosure down along here and here. But I realize now that I'm not going to be making a cross. It'll be like a weird sign. It's fine, whatever, I don't care. I don't care that much, it's fine. I should have made it a little bit wider, but... it'll still look interesting. That's all I care about. Appearance. It's like a signpost. Okay. So barriers, give me concrete, as always. I'm going to make it from here across, if it'll let me. It's not going to be cooperative, of course. That's fine. 5. Nope, that's way too short. That's 2. I meant 5. That's about alright. And then I'm going to have to just turn this section right here into a null path to make it go through here. And back to concrete. It's fine. It's also all pink, I just realized. Oh, it's fine, I'll change it later. It's gonna take such a long time to, like, make even. I'm such a fool for just letting this happen. I could easily just make it look a little bit better. Still set to flamingo. Yep. Still set to flamingo setting. Luckily, it's not very hard to change it. Once you've, if you don't have to change individual pieces, it's fine. It doesn't look that pink from there. Oh, maybe it isn't. Maybe my eyes are just playing tricks on me. It definitely looks pink from, like, here. I don't know. It's fine. Okay. Now here's this horrible mess of an enclosure I've made. Let me just push it up to the line here. That's fine. That one's the one that I actually cared about. Okay, back up here. They're not going to be able to get through this gap no matter what, so I'm not too worried about it, but I do think it's worth making sure. Okay. Egg sandwich! Hi. How goes? I paused. Unpause. I gotta remember to stop pausing. That way things progress. I need more animals. I need them to breed. That way I can sell their babies for money. Yes. Okay. Connect that to that, please. Connect this to here. That's alright. Oh, inspectors arrived. How dare they? Can't they see I'm busy? I don't have time to escort them around my zoo for them to critique the happiness and well-being of my animals. And this guy, how is the space today? Space is alright. Kind of buggy. A lot of dupers. Duplicating their commodities. You know how it is. That's a reference you're not gonna get. Dupers. Like, there's a plague of people duplicating goods in Star Citizen right now. I was playing Star Citizen a little bit today, before I started feeling really ill, and there's a bunch of people like consistently duplicating ships and items within their ships' cargo bays and then selling them for tons and tons of cash, but they just abandon their ships on the planet's surface or whatever, so it just makes like tons and tons of extra entities that just lag the servers to all heck. It's awful. It's almost unplayable right now. They're called dupers, like duplication. Anyway, that was a joke, because it was specified moon and space, and I had played a space game. That's all. Doop doop. Yep. My building? This is an enclosure for aardvarks. Or Nyala. I haven't decided. One of those, regardless. Some animal. It's for something. I should probably double check on the animals to make sure nobody's dying. They're all starving, of course, because always are. Where's my keeper currently at? They're feeding them right now, but very slowly, so I'll just leave that how it is. Posture check and hydrate. I can't hydrate yet. It hasn't been half an hour. I really should do something to, like, make that a thing. I used the mouthwash. I can't drink anything for half an hour afterwards. I can't quite hydrate, but I can posture check, and I have done. I'm now sitting up straight in my chair, as I should have been doing the entire time. How are my flamingos doing? I never actually looked at them after I made that enclosure. They look like they're eating. Do we only have the one baby? Oh no. Are you a baby too? Yeah, you're a baby too. Got Harris. Iklas. We have a named one in here somewhere. Oh, we have another one. Salma. Lamiz. Ozma. Ferdows. Coco. That's our Salma, yeah. Oh, okay, there's a lot more baby flamingos than I thought there was. Low welfare, I don't care. Let them be low welfare, it's fine. I've tried to save them, they just don't want to be saved. My poor keepers, they've been trying their darndest to feed those monkeys. Actually, is this one, maybe this one's stuck. They get stuck sometimes. Nah, it's not. It's just being slow. Slow to the food. I did not know. I can't do 3 stretches in a row. Okay, I'll do like the normal one. And then I'll do like a, you know, like a, one of them, like, ones where they, like, you know, crack the knuckles. And then I'll do like one of them shoulder stretches, you know. Maybe I'll do some of those active stretches where you like move your arms all around the place. Not really stretches, but you know what I mean. I gotta... Don't make me limit that one, too. I'll do it. Anyway. Hi, how you doing? Touch my toes? I'd have to stand up for that. I'm not gonna stand up. Kidding me? I'm gaming. I swear, don't make me... Alright, fine. Alright, here we go. Alright, here we go. You can't even hear me, really, can you? My head's below the desk. Just talking to the floor right now. Oh, that's good. Don't posture check me. I haven't even sat back down yet. Ooh. Alright, there you go. I did my stretches. How about that? Anyway. Hi. How goes? I'm doing alright. I'm feeling quite ill today. And stretching, putting my head towards the floor did not help just now. Now I'm a little bit lightheaded. On top of being a bit ill. How dare you? Everybody knows I can't possibly say no to stretching. Who just dinged me? Yeah, I'm glad you're doing alright. Good to hear. Can hear me, alright. What's favorite enclosure so far? Can't say no. Okay, like I can say no. I don't have many other stretches I can easily do in my chair. I don't want to get up to do stretches. I could just switch to a different game in like VR and do like calisthenics or something. I don't know. Just do some aerobics. If you keep redeeming that stretch, I'm gonna do it. No, what I'm actually gonna do is just put the cooldown on it, so you can't spam it. You're only wasting your own points. I'll stretch out my ankles and legs. How about that? They need a little bit of stretching. That's probably fine. Ouch, that's a bit hyperextendy. It's not great. Don't love it. Hurts a little bit. It's mostly fine. Alright. That's pretty good. There you go. Couldn't see or hear that one. Not that you could see or hear the other ones. Hi, how you doing? VR sounds like a bad idea. It would be a bad idea. Okay, my favorite enclosure. Well, I'm actually pretty proud of the moon. I haven't even started it yet, but I really like it. Completed enclosures, I really like the hippo one. I like the hippo enclosure a lot. That one's actually done. I enjoy this one. I'm quite partial to the... where is it? This one, I think? I like how kind of simplistic this one is. It's just kind of nice. But yeah, the moon's my like favorite design so far, clearly. This is my favorite completed one. But the moon is going to be elephants. This one's for hippos, right here. This one's my hippo enclosure. Yeah. Of course, I have to be able to afford the elephants, which is going to take some time because I need to get some conservation credits. Because hippos are, or no, sorry, elephants are expensive. And people are charging a lot for them unnecessarily, whereas like the regular ones are kind of okay prices wise. I just don't have that many conservation credits available to buy them with. I think I have 2. I need 4, I think, to start. No, I need 3. If I get 3 elephants, I can then start putting them away. Get some with cash? You can't get the elephants with cash. They're all endangered. If they're like critically endangered animals, you can't get them with cash. You can only get them with conservation credits. Yeah, it'd be too easy. It'd be too nice, convenient even. Gotta participate in the the franchise mode some way. It's okay. It's not a big deal. It's a little bit disappointing though, because I didn't realize that and I hadn't been saving my conservation credits. I should have been saving them. I do have a different location that has elephants already. In a different zoo, but I'm not sure if they're the same elephants. I think they're not, but I'm not positive. One of my animals attracted protesters. Why? Is it the stupid... Is it the freaking lemur? It is the lemur. What is wrong with you? Are you bugged out again? Keep bugging out. I can't help you. You're starving because you're bugging out. Unbox. Now go eat some food or something. I don't know. Call the keeper back to this. Make more of these. No, there's some right there. You got more food right there. Get over there and get some food. What are you doing? You're starving. There's food right here. I gotta want, like, how can I be responsible for this lemur starving to death when I have food in the enclosure? There's food right there for it to eat. It's just choosing not to eat any. Okay, I just saw that the cheetahs were fighting. I don't want that to be a thing. Arr. Okay, which one's which? This is the mother cheetah. No, that's the... Wait, there's... Oh, wait, what? Why are they both fighting? I thought that it's not a... Oh, wow, all 3 of them grew up at the same time. Alright. Well, geez. You can if you get lucky. Not allowed to support poaching. Yeah. Got elephants for cash in franchise mode. I think it's a different elephant. Let me check. Cancel elephant. There's two different types of elephants. There's Indian elephants, which I think you can get for cash, and the other ones. Because these are endangered, but the African elephants are critically endangered, I think. Nope, they're both endangered. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's just luck. Because I've definitely gotten a bunch of the other elephants. The Indian elephants. In my Asia zoo. Say leave the PC on all night and make a zoo with penguins and come back next morning to release all the wild. I don't leave my PC on for any reason. I don't trust it not to explode in the middle of the night, leaving me jobless. This is a good cheetah. Why are you so good? Oh wow, you're really good. Holy crap. I'm gonna have to put you in the storage, because I'm gonna keep you for when the other ones die, I think. Okay, you're also an outsider. You're also a good cheetah. I will release you to the wild, though. Because I really need the points. Although, maybe I should keep you too. No, it wouldn't matter. Actually, hold on. Let me check the Zoopedia and see which ones are more popular on the market. Looks like... females seem to sell for more. Males, maybe. This male sells for $5,000? There's no way. That thing's not even anywhere near as good as mine. All these males have like one like glaring issue, and mine doesn't. Huh, interesting. Interesting. I see. What other... Where's my other cheetah? I have 3 cheetahs that aren't supposed to be in here. So this one's supposed to be in here. That one's a really good cheetah. This one here, hanging out. You're okay. You're another female. You're bad, so you can be released. Get out of here. Actually, I'm going to put you in the trade center too, because I think I can sell you. And I'll put you in the trade center as well. I'll decide if I want to sell you all whenever. Vanish. Wow. Okay. So that's a lot of money. A lot of conservation credits if I decide which ones I want to get rid of. I think I'll keep the male. There's that one, the female that isn't very good, which was this one. These two are both pretty good. Okay, it's not as good as that one that was 5,000, but it's still pretty good. This one's not great. I can just trade it for 1,200 if somebody wants to buy it. If somebody wants to buy it. Somebody might. Never know. Somebody might also buy my lion. You never know. It's not a good lion, but it's okay. What about this? How are the lions over here? Are they growing up? We do have an adult lion I need to get rid of. I can't have you in the enclosure because you will start murdering each other. And that one's fine, I think. To be in there, I need to probably neuter it, but it's fine to be in there. I just realized they're elderly now, so I'm kind of worried. See, all animals you can get for cash if you're lucky. Weird. Never come across that. For a lot of animals. You always leave your laptop on all night. Yeah, you can you do what you want with your own stuff. I don't, you know, I have in the past left my like laptop on, but I've never done it with my PC because I can't afford to replace it. If something happens to my PC that is easily avoidable, then I'm gonna really regret it if something goes wrong. It's a risk for elephants. A lion is a lion. Oh yeah. YouTube and Twitch and TikTok are your only quote-unquote jobs at the moment? Wow. I don't do anything with TikTok. Mainly because it might be getting banned. And it's been said that it might be getting banned for whoever knows how long. So I've just been avoiding that. Because I don't feel like investing any time in it just to have it taken away immediately. You know how it is. Nonsense. Okay. So, I've got this thing all sunken down. I need to check its size. I need about 400. It has 1800. It's way too big. It's way too big. You hate TikTok, but you're using it to promote your YouTube and Twitch, that's all? I don't hate TikTok. I think it's perfectly fine. I understand that it, like, causes... like, people think it causes people to have, like, attention disorders, but... I think that's just, like, a straw man. I think it's totally fine. I think that people are just blowing it out of proportion because they don't like it because it's weird and different, but I think it's perfectly fine as an entertainment, like, media thing. It's no worse than anything else that's ever existed. Okay, that's fine. You hope TikTok gets banned? I don't. It's an incredibly, like, grievous overstep of the government to ban something entirely harmless for the sake of, like, lies. Well, the reason it's getting banned in America is because supposedly it's spyware, and it's just they're afraid the Chinese government's spying on us through it, but it's like... The American government spies on us all the time. Like, China could spy on us any other way they feel like. They own 90% of the companies in the world. I don't think they need TikTok. I'm exaggerating for the sake of proving a point, by the way. I say China, I mean the CCP specifically. But just easier to say that. Though incorrect. Yeah, I don't really care that much. I think TikTok's a fine thing, a fine platform. I think it's a fine social media outlet. I don't care if I don't want it to get banned. I think it's silly. I think it's just making a bunch of nonsense for no reason for the sake of having an argument. It's whatever. Posture check and a hydrate. Oh, I need to do 2 hydrates, actually. I forgot about the first one. It's been over half an hour now. I don't engage in TikTok at all. I occasionally will see them pop up on my YouTube feed. I'll occasionally watch some like TikTok compilations, and I'll be like, oh, that's fun. And then I'll just go about my day, because it doesn't affect me in any way. You got 2,000 conservation credits at the moment. I've had lots over the course of playing the game. I just don't have any right now. I don't want these to be here, but I don't know what to do about them. I wonder if... Oh, I just realized that my staff can't get underneath of this, so it's actually not good. Let me double check that. What's the button for heat map? H, obviously. Oh, staff can get under there. Alright, well, it's not so bad then. I thought it would take up too much space. Alright. Great. In path settings, no supports. Oh. Oh, it's path supports. There it is. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Get a little pond for drinking. Oop, that's not a little pond. It's a large pond. Oh, hi, Zifo. Yeah, they are. Sorry, I was in the middle of a thought when you commented before. Hi, how you doing? It is that time of week again, yeah. I saw your comment come in and was going to say something, but then I was in the middle of a a statement or something and just forgot to respond. I apologize. Okay. So ideally, this is kind of a narrow path, but as long as it works, it's kind of wonky looking. I thought it would look a little bit better than that, but I don't really mind it. I think it's fine. It's way too big for aardvarks though, so I might need to split it in half. I had a fun idea, and then I just realized how like it's not super great. I kind of want to not have it doing this. I wonder if I could probably just do this in the middle. Just connect it here over to there. Ooh, it's not quite cooperating. There you go. How dare you not be quite long enough? Okay, so if I do this, I can add another door on the other side here. And it'll definitely not work because I didn't put it the right way around. There you go. So there's that. That way they can get in this side and get in this side. And these are about the same size, I hope? 800 and 900. They're about the same size. Some with relevant disorders, things like TikTok do make it worse. I mean, maybe. I don't know if it's worth talking about much, but I will continue to engage in it because I have nothing else to think about right now. I don't know. I guess it could, like, contribute to people's, like, attention spans and whatnot. I just don't think it's as big a deal as people make it out to be, and I don't think it's, like, the boogeyman, right? I don't think it's, like, the biggest deal in the world. I think there's other things we could be focusing on that are more important at the time. Okay. That's a decent... It's like a little thumbs up. Oh, it's also a thumbs down. Well, you win some, you lose some. In the same category as Facebook algorithms, which shape public opinion in ways that potentially impactful and dangerous. Yeah, but they also give you access to a lot of information you wouldn't otherwise have, which I think is important, especially for youth. The news outlets that we have access to are pretty hard to, like, deal with anyway. None of them are good, none of them are, like, better than the others, but it's important that people learn to, like, shape their own opinions by doing some amount of research, even if it's not great, you know. It's better than not knowing anything about what's going on, even if it's not necessarily the best for, you know, people's well-being, I guess. I don't know. It's something I'm not really interested in going into deep discussion about. I just feel personally that TikTok isn't that bad. I just don't think it's worth getting like up in arms about. I can understand people's distaste for it to an extent, but I think it's a bit blown out of proportion. Thank you very much for the resubscribe, Unibubbles. Sorry, I choked while I was saying your name. It's a curse. Blended boo indeed. Okay, so this is done. I'm going to put another pond over here on this side as well. You have that effect on people. There you go. Little pond. Just a little drinking pond. Alright, so that is good. And now I can put Nyala here and Aardvark's there. Or maybe Aardvark's here, Nyala there. Doesn't really matter. They're both practically identical. Alright. So I might as well put them in now so I can go and fix up their enclosures. Aardvark. Quarantine. Where's my entrance? The zoo has changed so much, like, over the course of the time I've been playing. I keep forgetting where the entrance is. Because it looks so different to everything else. Like, it's like one of my biggest enclosures, but I've made so many other giant enclosures since that it's hard for me to, like, notice that one giant enclosure. Like, when I made it, it was incredibly big, and now it's, like, kind of just a little big, you know? Oops, I pressed the wrong button, and it made it target something else. Nope, not Springbok. Nyala. Send. Don't touch the keyboard to there. There. There's one, like, button prompt that does something here. I don't know. Yeah, that effect on people. Yeah, I already read that, but yeah, I just read it out loud again because it made me laugh. Anyway, that's an opinion. Yeah, it's my opinion. It's my stream. My opinions are law here. But yeah, no. It's an opinion. But the problem is that some people's opinions can be a bit more impactful on people than others, which can be dangerous and difficult to manage, which I guess is part of the problem that we're currently facing to begin with. Want me to run a poll? It won't matter. I'll disregard it. Your polls mean nothing here. Speaking of animals, the Warsaw Zoo recently got a black and Rufus elephant shrew. What's a Rufus elephant shrew? What is that? What is Rufus? I'm worried about the lion. They're both elderly now, and I'm sad. It means they're not going to live much longer, and I like them. Ooh, it's feeding time. Rufus is coloring. I've never heard that color before. Reddish orange. All right, cool. Now, what's an elephant shrew? Is it a shrew the size? It looks kind of like a Stussy. Oh man, I accidentally made a Stussy. Cool. But no, I don't know what an elephant shrew is. I could probably look it up. Honestly, I have that power. I have the world of information at my fingertips here. Kind of. It's starting to get a bit worse with the stupid AI introduction to Google. Okay, let me look at the color Rufus first. Oh, it's a bird. Yeah, it came up with a bird color. Okay, reddish brown, kind of like rust colored. Maybe a little bit redder than orange with rust. And what is an elephant shrew? Oh, they're cute. Oh, look at that. It's a shrew which has a short trunk. Yeah. It's got big ears. Well, they're not that big, I guess. This image has big ears, but this image has tiny ears. Long face. Yeah, it's cute. I like it. Alright, I need to move these off the path. I need to add some more buckets and things while I'm waiting for my animals to be quarantined. Also, oh, that was the blank spot in my security that I just let be there for fun. Okay, this can go here. Give me paths, staff paths, smaller red, there, and there. Perfect. There you go. And then I need to get myself the trash bins, copy them, drag them over to this side as well now, because like, people are going to be walking up here because they all want to see the Nyalas and the Aardvarks, of course. Why wouldn't you? You'd be crazy not to want to see them. Ah, the sunlight! It burns! Okay. Good. Now, lights, please. Put them staggered between the trash bins. And there. forgot a trash can there. Whoops. Down. Back. Perfect. Okay. That's looking good. Pulls up for what? Okay, let's see. If I was to make some benches, where would I want them? I do want to put the things down first. These things with which people can sit down to learn about the animals. On either side, in the exact same locations, for the sake of consistency. Or maybe I should mirror them instead. That might be fun. Put them on that side. Oh, I can't multiply. I can't grab them both. Let's do that. Let's do that instead. There you go. A little bit more interesting looking. My mirrored enclosures for two completely different animals. Baby's finally asleep. You gonna pass out now? Alright. Take care. Sleep well. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. Only 1,001 to go. 68,100 or 419 watch streak. Wow, how impressive. You saw a baby Javan mouse? Mouse deer. So tiny. Ooh, fun. First mouse deer the Warsaw Zoo got is named Arnold. Kind of ridiculous for an animal that size, is it? When I think of Arnold, I think of Hey Arnold from the like 90s TV show or the cartoon that I've never seen because I didn't like the art style. Animal talk point. Animal talk point. Ooh, that one's bad actually. I need to put that wall back a little bit further than it is. Scoot. Scoot. Oops. Didn't mean to select the whole wall. Just that one. Thank you. Okay. This one's fine too, but I am going to move it back a little bit just for the sake of consistency with the design. Oh, look at that. Look at that pole. Oof. Ah. It's me. I'm right about everything. Who would have guessed? My stream. I dictate the rules. And the truth. I love democracy. But only when it benefits me personally. I can't quite. Oh, wait, no. There, good enough. I'll just scoot this one over a bit. Okay. Move over here. Move over. Oh, no. That one, please. Over here. I should probably check to make sure animals aren't fighting. I've been ignoring that. Oh, they're fighting. Ostriches, red-ruffed lemurs. Oh man, the lemurs, really? Again? Been a while, but they do fight often. Lova, sorry, not Lovka, Lova. My eyes are blurry. Get out of here. And ostrich, which ones? That one's injured, unfortunately. That is a lot of ostriches. Fola, Kitwana, and Abadeo. And Addy. Get out of here. Get out of here, you. Alright, that's all handled now for a while, maybe. The weight of the Java mouse deer ranges from 1 to 2 kilos. Wow. With males being heavier than females. Cool. Okay, so we're going to take the aardvarks and put them in this side. And we're going to put the other ones, the Nyalas, in this side. And then I'll change their enclosures to match their needs when they arrive. There's no power? Why? Is that seriously out of power range? Despite me making an effort to put it within remote. Like, is it really out of power range? Even though I put another power station up there? Oh, it is. That's it's still a blind spot for security. Great. I love it. Okay, let's see. I need some ATMs up there. For reasons. I will need some benches up here too. Do we have any benches around that I can just grab from? Yes. Sitting benches here, please. And here. And very laggily over here. There you go. Okay, so I'd like to get a bathroom up here, probably. And maybe even a keeper hut, just for the sake of making sure the animals get tended to immediately. And I'll even make this its own thing for them. Keeper hut and a rest stop. Where's a rest stop at? What does that look like? Oh, it's a toilet. I'll get a toilet over here. And I should probably make an effort to build some shops over here as well. Staff, rest. Facility without power. Oh, right, of course. Of course there's a facility without power. How could I be so silly? I placed the power supply so very far away. Look at it. Out here. In the middle of nowhere. No power to speak of anywhere. I could just move this building over a bit to like there. That'd be fine. Now add the paths back in there. What is the other one I put in there? I used to have 3 things in there. Oh, it was the water temperature regulator, but I didn't actually need that. It just cost me a lot of money. Most animals don't need to worry about that sort of thing, so it ends up being fine. Okay, path here, and here, here, and here. How dare you? How dare you not work properly? Gonna make me look like a fool. There you go. Okay. So I got the bathroom, I've got the staff room, and the other one. I'm probably going to pause and hire some more staff. Nice, thank you, thank you. Staff. Caretaker. Keeper. Mechanic. Security, sure. And a educator. I'm going to make all of them work in these buildings here. I'm going to designate a new work zone specifically for this small area with these 2 habitats. I think that my work areas are too large most of the time. And that has caused me trouble. Thumbs. Okay. Unpause. Each individual staff member can work at their individual locations. Pause, please. Thumbs with the TH. There you are. TH. There you go. TH. Perfection. You are, okay. And then I didn't put you. Oh, I did put you. Which one of you didn't I? Oh, you. The cleaner. There you go. Into thumbs, please. Perfect. Okay, we got everybody working there. It needs to work there. I do want to make sure these talking points are set up. Is there an animal in there yet? There is. I think that's Nyala's on that side. And Aardvark's on that side. These two for them. Confirm. And the Aardvarks are not quite in yet. Now they are. So we want this. Link seating. These two. Confirm. This will be the Aardvark. Misassigned species. Oh, it is. It is misassigned because I did the middle cross section. Whoops. This is gonna be the Nyalas, and this is gonna be the Aardvarks. I fooled myself. Okay. You know, console players blame the bad stuff on PC players, and PC players blame console players for lack of content in games. Touches your nerves. Got 160 hours in almost 2 months. Not bad. Yeah. The console PC wars have existed for a long time. It's just not worth getting into at this stage. Just ignore it. It's nobody's fault that anything has less content than anything else. If you like a game, buy a game. It'll get updated if it gets enough sales. That's the end of it. There's a point where, like, you just have to sort of stop caring about certain things like that. It's not like the easiest thing to do, but yeah, it just is what it is. Okay, I don't think they can get out, so I'm happy with this. They got those. I need donation buckets before guests pop up to hang out. I also need to find viewing angles that I want. I guess viewing angles are going to be okay right there. I don't like having to put the buckets inside the walls like this, but that's kind of the only option I have. There, and I want viewing angles up here, obviously, and here, obviously. And I think that'll be good. Over here, of course, too, because, you know, this is where they're going to have to do their talks, so that makes perfect sense to have them there. I used to be a console gamer years and years ago, and then I got a PC, and I've been a PC gamer ever since. Because PC just has a selection of every game from every console, basically. Like, PCs are more expensive over a longer term, but they have more of a selection of games. Not to mention indie games and stuff like that, too. So I think PC is better, but that's just because I also don't want to buy new consoles and manage the space. I'd have to buy a TV, and I'd have to buy, like, a couch, and I don't know. Still a console gamer and PC gamer too. That's fine, yeah, great. Like, yeah, different people like different things, but like, if you want to just play all the games, go for it. There's something to be said about playing a console on a couch. It's really relaxing. I can't relax anywhere near as much playing on a PC as I can, like, on a couch or on a bed or something. Like, all the stuff have their own places to be, you know? Gaming community should stand together and not agree, or not argue. Yeah, yeah. The gaming community should stand together and not agree. But no, I got you. I understand. Family doggos are amazing. Doggo, individual, singular. Great. My dog is a butthead, and I don't like her very much because she likes to bump things, and she gets really up in people's faces a lot. And also, I'm allergic to dogs. So, it's not my fault. It's not my dog, I'm just taking care of it because the people who actually own the dog are my grandparents and they're too old to take care of it, so I have to take care of the dog. And I'm allergic to her, so I hate it so much. I mean, she's cute. She's a cute dog, but like, God, I can't be anywhere. Like, it's so awful. I have to take allergy. If I forget to take allergy medicine one day, I'm like in tears constantly. My nose is running. Everything's miserable. It's awful. I get itchy. Ugh. Ugh. It's awful. It's not to say I don't like dogs. I just choose to dislike them because liking them is more painful. If I enjoyed the presence of dogs, I would feel a lot worse about not being able to have a dog of my own. I do try to give her treats and stuff. Like, I don't treat her bad or nothing. Like, I still love that dog, but I just don't like her as much as I like my cat. You only have one dog because she loves sleeping with you? Yeah. Used to hate dogs till you got your dog, Echo? Nice. It's a good name. I feel sorry for you. Yeah, it's not great, but like, it's kind of whatever. Like, she's a sweet dog, but she is way too hyper, and she's getting old, so she has to go to the vet a lot. Which means I have to dedicate a lot of time to, like, getting, like, somebody with a car to drive me or letting me borrow their car to take her to a vet. She's a white pit bull mix, and she's like deaf and has a whole bunch of like health issues, and it's really frustrating to take care of her. But I have to because my grandparents can't because they're too old. I don't like this. Well, I guess it's fine. Same with Echo. Yeah. Yeah, she's a sweetheart, but goddamn, not the breed, but the same issue. Yeah, yeah, she's a really really nice dog, and she's been nothing but a sweetheart the entire time I've known her. I wish I could give her like the attention and pets and love she deserves, but I just can't. Like, she doesn't sleep with me. I don't allow her into my office or my bedroom because I have to be there too often. But she roams the rest of the location, the rest of the home, at her leisure, and I feed her and give her treats and pat her when I get a chance, and I wash my hands immediately afterwards. Doesn't always work. Like, I try to make her happy, but I can't take care of her the way that, like, an actual, like, person who, you know, would have, like, adopted her would have done. I do my best, but like I said, because I'm allergic to her, I can't do much. The animals are starving again. I wonder if I should, like, move the door. I might do that. I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna move this door. Oh, it's not gonna work because of what I did here. Okay, delete that door. Delete that. I'm gonna move this door. I'm gonna turn this to concrete. Then move this door here. Make it this. And then turn that off. Don't make. I'll change that from concrete because it's not meant to be concrete, but it's fine. This can go here. I worked really hard to make that little fence thing, but I need to like get this in here somewhere. Okay, guest gate. Ooh, there was a point there I could see that it let me put it down, but I don't know where it's at. Push it back a bit further, I guess. I love that it says they're out, but they're not. It's paused. They haven't escaped, it's fine. Don't worry, don't panic. Okay, gate there. Great. Now, can I move this gate forward a bit? No. Okay, it's fine. Just undo. Oops, redo. There you go. Okay. Now, give me this thing here. And... oh, God, it's in there somewhere. I can't see it. Drop this so I can grab that. Grab that. This... nope, not the gate. Not the gate. This thing. That glass and that glass. Move it over here. Turn it. Okay. Good. Now turn this into wood and make it back the right height and change the top of it. No, not wood, glass. Up. Oop, too tall. There you go. Clay. And then make it one-way glass, actually, please. Thank you. There you go. Okay. So I've swapped that around. People are going to be upset for a few seconds, but I've swapped it so that the staff can get in there quickly to feed the animals, rather than having to go all the way through the enclosure to feed them. Path. I need a natural path, please. There you go. Back up to the path I was using. Yep. That's it. Great. Now everybody's going to scream and run because the animals are technically escaped, but they're not. They're not escaped. I've closed the enclosure. It's realizing it slowly over time, but it's taken its sweet, sweet time realizing. At least I think that it is. Yeah, it's fine. They got it. They're getting there. Anyway. Sister's kitten plays with Echo, and your sister calls her kitten Barry. Oh, how long does the meds work for? My allergy medicine? It supposedly works for 24 hours after I take it, but I don't think that's true. So yeah, 24 hours it says. So I take one a day. It's citrazine, I think, but whatever it is. It works. I don't know if it works for 24 hours. You got 492 subs at the moment, which is great. Good. Congratulations. Some genes which cause white coat colored dogs also cause issues with sight and hearing. Yeah. Yep. Yep. She's got all sorts of weird health issues that can't be done anything about. Just live. Unbox all animals, please. Okay. Animals are hungry. Animals are hungry. Same enclosure? Both enclosures. Habitat 34? Did that change the name of Zabumafu? Oh, Zabumafu doesn't exist anymore. Well. Zobumafu. This is Zabumafu. Now I need to call the keeper to feed the animals immediately, because why not? I need to pause the game and go back to the enclosure with literally nothing in it for the 2 animals that I just introduced to my zoo. Because I got distracted. You're 0.5 average viewers away from affiliate on Twitch. Nice, congratulations. That's a good landmark. It's very cool. I got my affiliate when I was playing Breathage, I think. And Bert was my first subscriber. Okay, what do you like? Africa, grasslands. Let's do grasslands. You need hard shelter as well. Ooh, that's not good. I didn't plan for that. I don't want to cover the viewing angle too bad. How much terrain do you want? Oh, well, quite a bit. Get a few of these dotted around the entrance to the, I said the viewing angle, just to pretty up the space. I'm gonna have like a rock there and there, maybe. I don't know for sure, actually. Maybe not. Candelabra tree. Oh, I love candelabra trees. They're cool. Okay. I gotta get a house. A shelter, if you will. Habitat. Shelter. Doesn't need to be a big shelter, because there's not gonna be very many of them, and the bridge also already kind of counts as shelter. I'm gonna probably clip this into the ground just so it sits. And That's good. I'm probably going to... I'll leave it off-center. I don't really mind it that much. Okay, that'll be fine. Can almost consider Twitch and YouTube and TikTok as jobs. Maybe. It's really rough to consider it a job, purely because finances generally tend to shift with ad revenue. There you go. But it's definitely a good goal to aim for if you're looking to be a content creator for a living. It's a rough one since your views will fluctuate, but just stick with it and you'll do well. That'll be enough for them. I need to put some more grassy things in there. Some plants, if you will. Maybe a rock or two. I like the rocks. Daisy, pine. Yeah, some reeds are always nice. I like reeds. This drone. Well, actually, let me change their actual terrain so that I can see what I want to put things, or where I want to put things rather. So they want mostly short and long grass, some soil. Okay, that's easy. Let's do long grass basically everywhere that people aren't going to be looking at them. Go all the way around here, down this little hallway. Like so. A little bit of short grass on the areas where people will look at them. Great. Add some little bit more here down this path for so that the staff can walk through without worrying. And I think I need to make sure I have 20% or 25% soil. So let me add some light soil in this for them to lay on. And then some sand like here. Around this entrance, right there, that little bit there. Okay, that looks good. Quote unquote, because if you don't get paid, people don't consider it a job, even if you do. That makes sense. Yeah. Need to make any franchise mode series? It's alright, it's fun. Hopefully you fix your recording streaming software. It's kind of a pain. You get used to it after a while. You learn sort of what fixes what, if you have any struggles. Audio tends to be one of the most important things. Video quality and stuff isn't that big a deal, but it is important, but not nearly as important as just making sure it sounds good. People love to make sure that audio is great. They'll complain about it if it's not. So I'm sure as long as you have good, decent audio, it'll be fine. My audio is always a bit quiet, and it bothers me, but people don't seem to mind, so I just leave it. Because I have my computer volume set to 20%, so everything's quiet for me, but maybe it's not quiet for other people who have their computer volume set higher. I don't know. Just a little bit of grass through this area. Seems fine. You've listened to quieter streams. Well, quieter streams doesn't make me feel better. I have the capacity to boost my volume if I wanted to. I just wasn't sure if I should. Nobody's ever complained, since recently anyway. So I've just assumed it's been fine. If it needs to be boosted a little bit, I can raise my volume. Want nettle in here? Yeah, why not? Just a little bit of nettle. Just a little bit of nettle to spice things up, you know? Just right in the corner there. Looking great. Umbrella thorn acacia. Ooh, that's a cool looking tree. I love that. I think this enclosure's a bit too small to fit it in, but I like it. Oh, actually. If I put it right over here, that could be nice. Right there. Yeah. Find it hard to tell what is and isn't quiet. It's all just comparison. I suppose that's true. Don't want a normal job, but you will if you have to. 20 in September, still living with parents and do pretty much everything around the house, look after your siblings. They think they should mind till you can move out comfortably, so you don't think they should mind, I imagine. You bother me, sorry. It doesn't bother me, no worries. Your issue is the game crashes no matter what? Oh, that's weird. I wonder why. I have no idea what to do to fix something like that. That sucks, though. This is not helpful advice, but I'm going to give it to you anyway, because I like to do that, you know? So feel free to mute me for about a minute if you don't want to hear any unhelpful advice. It's kind of important to get what would be considered a real job before trying something like content creation, just so you have a general idea of how difficult the world tends to be outside of content creation. Because people who do content creation for a living are incredibly lucky to make it, and frequently forget how important it is to have those skills that you develop through like a real quote-unquote job. But you need to be aware of the things that you not take them for granted. A real job can really help you learn like tolerance and stuff when it comes to difficult situations, or help you learn your taxes and stuff like that. Things that are like really important for that. I've worked so many jobs, and I've hated every single one of them except for like the job at the hospital that I had for a while, and the landscaping job that I had. It's not a great time generally, but you're gonna make a lot more money doing a real job than you will doing content creation. Especially early days. Unless you get really lucky and get like an average of like 90 viewers per stream or whatever, and like thousands and thousands of subscribers. You still get a little bit of money, which is wonderful. Like I get paid a little bit. I get paid enough to like buy snacks and stuff and like tasty food. And I love it, and I'm really happy about it. But it's certainly not enough to survive off of. Not from Twitch. Not from YouTube. But I'm very grateful for all of the money that I'm given through subscriptions and donations. It's very kind. Do I want rocks in here? Kind of. I just like the rocks. I think they look nice. Adding a rock here and there is kind of cool. Add it like next to the water here. Maybe have another one of these ones kind of poking out a bit, like that. Why'd landscaping job end again? I've asked before. I don't hide information from people. I don't like, let me phrase it. I don't lie, but I will like intentionally omit things. So I may have told you a vague reason that isn't the whole truth. And I'm probably not going to tell the whole truth, but I'll give you a general idea. Basically, I moved away from that and was unable to continue because it was a very like a location-specific job. There's more reasons than that, but they're not worth going into. They're not important. They're not like bad. I just don't care to elaborate for various reasons, because it leads into more more personal territory that I'd rather not discuss. But mostly I just moved away and couldn't continue to work for the company, the group, whatever. But it was a good time for the time it was. I keep calling it landscaping. It's not landscaping. It was basically landscaping, but it wasn't. It's just an easier thing to say than every single time being like invasive species eradication and preservation specialist. Every single time I announce that job. It's like, oh, yeah, that sounds a lot more interesting, but it's, it's hard to keep saying it every time. Okay, this one also wants, they don't want, or they have plenty of hard shelter in here. I was going to give them a burrow, but do aardvarks have burrows? It's between aardvarks not in danger, but vulnerable to certain areas. They are large foraging range, digging up land, natural habitat. No species information. Cub. Burrows. Yep. Okay. Small burrow? There's only 2 of them. You can have a burrow underneath of the bridge. There you go. Actually, you know what? Maybe not. Maybe like over here, so guests can actually see them wandering into their burrow, instead of like just having it be like hidden from sight forever. Okay. Okay. What else do you need? Forage box? Yeah, it's kind of a bad spot. It's a very small area, which is kind of my own fault. I suppose I can shrink that water I've given them a bit, because that way I can fit more toys in for them. You fool, you fell directly into my trap. You will be buried forever. Lost to time. They'll never find your body. Yay, forage box! Wow! Have a little bed of leaves, too. Why not? Just a little one right here. Right here underneath the bridge. Just there. And right there. Isn't that nice? Little barrel feeder. They don't need that much, do they? They got food enrichment covered. They need toy enrichment now. Termite mound. That's kind of like food enrichment, surely. Oops, don't want that. Put it over here. A rubbing pad. Like right here. There. That's an alright amount of enrichment. They love it. Double check this. I'm going to go from grasslands to tropical. I'm going to have tropical on this side, grasslands on that side, just for the sake of it, because I think it's fun. Let's see. Terrain needs to be long grass and soil. Alright, that's easy. Well, long grass, short grass, soil. Same with before. Long grass on the edges that nobody's going to be seeing. Along there, underneath here. Down through here. Then we get short grass and go down the middle there, through the middle here, and then around here and through here. Just about everywhere it needs to be. Add a little bit of soil heavy underneath the rocks, underneath these rocks, around the forage box and frequented areas like there, and through here. And a little bit of sand around the water. There you go. Good. Now we need to put these things down. Gonna put all your Twitch money and content creation pay checks into your savings account and let interest increase the amount. That's a pretty good idea. Never use a credit card because they're bad and people will tell you need them to increase your credit score. Credit is a scam. Just use a debit card and use the money from your checking account. Gotta go to dinner. Alright, take care. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good one. Little mangrove on top of that for fun. I like the roots. I think it'd be silly. Hopefully they can actually path into that. I didn't check. Can you path into a tree? I don't know. Unpause so I can see. Can you path into that tree? Yeah, seems to. Alright, cool. Pause. Oh, wait. No, you can't. You lied to me. I trusted you. I can't quite get it. There you go. Okay, move this to like here then, just to make it so they can actually get in, ideally. If you forget again, or and ask again, I moved away as a satisfactory answer entirely. You just lose details on the regular. That's okay. That happens to the best of us. I'm more than happy to answer questions. Like, occasionally, like I said, I'll skirt around the edges and I'll, like, hide certain information. Or not, I say hide, that sounds nefarious. It's not hiding, I'm just leaving out non-critical information. Or personal stuff. I'm not misleading intentionally, I'm not telling the whole truth, I guess. It's too many things. Like, I can't tell you the name of the company and stuff like that, you know? It's like, I'm not gonna mention that. I'll just say landscaping instead of going into, like, incredible detail. Stuff like that, you know. But I'm more than happy to talk about experiences, generally. If you have questions and things. So there's a lot of animals still being, like, registered as, like, hungry, and for some reason, they haven't been fed. Oh, because I paused. Never mind. I paused the game. I do that a lot. Poison ivy experiences, so many. You have, like, yeah, you like, no matter how much you try to prepare for poison ivy, sometimes you just get a little bit of oil on your skin and you just break out. It's awful. Like, you need to get rid of it. It's bad. It's bad news. But, like, what are you gonna do? what are you gonna do? It's part of the job, right? It sucks. It's awful. Just, you know, wear long sleeves, use your gloves. Don't be aware of the shape of the leaves. If you need to get the poison ivy, you know, be careful not to touch yourself or anything. But sometimes when you're, you know, I don't know, pulling weeds or, like, chopping up a branch or something, so it'll, like, a piece of debris will just fly up and hit you, and sometimes you get unlucky. Do I want kapok trees? Kapok trees? Kapok? I don't know how to pronounce that. I keep how do you...
Kapok tree.
Okay. Kapok tree. Anyway, I don't know if I want a kapok tree here. It's a bit big for this tiny enclosure. Well, bird nest ferns, I do like them. Just a bit bright. I bet they're good for, like, jungle floors, but not really good for anywhere else. I don't actually know where they grow, honestly. Ooh, banana, no. Banana palm over here. Are they still starving? I did unpause. Serious injury, vet requested. It doesn't grow in your region? You've never encountered any plant more vicious than stinging nettles? Oh. Well, they're not great either. But, you know. Poison ivy is different enough, but is similar in that it's a nuisance. I don't know what to do about these animals. Like, I've told the keeper to go feed the animals. I've told them to. It is entirely not my fault if they don't feed the animals. I can't do anything about this. I can't feed them myself. I wish they would stop feeding the toys first and put the food that belongs on, like, the platforms down. Oh, they already did a lot of them. Never mind. It's not a big deal. Well, it's still a big deal, but it's less of a big deal now. Where was I looking? Oh, yeah, over here. Okay. Animal welfare attracted protesters. It always does. They're always protesting my animals. It's always the lemurs. I can't do anything about it. I'm trying my best. I'm trying so hard to make my lemurs happy. Okay, give me a little plant screen. And some herb scent marker right here, right in the middle. Little small barrel feeder. Also always a fun one. I like them. Hanging grazing feeder. Tasty. Little ball feeder probably be good too. Why not? Just over here. Guess won't be able to see them very well, but it's nice. And that'll be all their enrichment needed. I'm going to also need to put down the screens I forgot about. Here we go. And there, and there. And here, and here. I should probably make these and then copy paste them instead of going in like this and just putting them all individually. So I'm going to need to go in and do it anyway every single time, right? I don't really want people to look over this ledge to see the other animals, so I'm going to have to raise that wall in the middle. I wanted to grab that one. There you go. Close enough. There. Now they shouldn't be able to see over there to look at the other enclosure. That way they have to go around to the places I told them to go to look at them. Hopefully. Okay. Give me my... Nyala. 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 Ouch. Nyala. Aardvark. Unpause. Aardvark. 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 Nyala. Nyala. There we go. Those are all done now. I'll stop pausing. I need to force myself to stop pausing every single time. I always just pause. I don't know why. I just feel like I need to. Animals are hungry. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, animals are hungry. I don't know, whatever. I have no control over my zookeepers. They'll feed the animals when they feed the animals. I've tried my best to make them do that thing. Okay, like right to there, maybe? Is that worth doing? That's actually pretty good size. I need to reduce it by 1, I think. 14 on 14. And I'll put one on the bridge as well. Yeah, and then I'll put one on the bridge to cover the entire bridge. That way I don't have to boost the size to be huge. I'm gonna put it on the other side. Like, oh, maybe in the middle. No, that'll make people step on it. Like right there is probably fine. I just don't want it to overlap. Like this one's overlapping a little bit. Put it on the other side here. There you go. That's a problem solved. Been reading about Urushual lacquer, not liqueur. Yeah, find me like $500,000. I can't do anything about the protesters. My people refuse to feed the animals. Like, there's so many feeding platforms here. There's no way there's so many animals I can't feed them all. They're just not feeding them regularly enough. Sorry, let me reread that now. Urushiol lacquer. It's a Polymerizing sap from a particular tree, but same compounds as in poison ivy. Oh, really? Huh. Artisans go through up to 2 years of blistering skin until they acclimatize. That doesn't sound worth it. To make beautiful lacquered wood products. I don't know. I mean, good? I feel like after the first time, I'd be like, maybe I shouldn't be using this, you know? Is it that big of a payoff that you're willing to just be in horrible, miserable existence for a while? For 2 years or whatever? Like, is it that good? Maybe I don't have the same appreciation for wood products, but it feels a bit much for me. But I'm also a whiny baby, so, you know. Maybe I just don't have that. Maybe I don't have the guts in me to handle, you know, slight discomfort for a very long time. You know, I don't know. But it's very cool. It's a very nice you know, persistence of human spirit thing. Kind of like the beauty of this wood is so compelling that they make themselves miserable for a blank amount of time to create something like gorgeous. Like, I admire the idea, the tenacity, if you will, but I wouldn't do it. Okay, are you happy with your enclosure? You need more coverage. I didn't put very many plants in there with you. I'd like to put more down. Little custard apple for you. Another custard apple for you. I'll put another one like right next to it, like this. I'd love a giant rhubarb, but they take up a lot of space, so I don't think I want to put one down. Budellia. Budellia. Mangroves are fine. Coconut palm? Nah. More ferns? I put savanna rocks down before I decided to make this a jungle area. Wait. Yeah. I should probably put these rocks down instead. Rock 14. This one. 2x2, 1. Savannah Rock 3. $13 again? Rock 15. It's kind of funny watching the rocks just like evaporate into a different rock. I was just kind of enjoying it. I don't know why. I just thought it was really funny. Okay, I'm gonna turn off whatever the position. No, line of surface. Oh, it's already off. All right, never mind. Giant rhubarb. Love me a giant rhubarb. They're fantastic plants. That's a scary noise. Maybe I should get the kapok trees. They're really big, though. They're, like, incredibly big. I, like, shrink it down. It kind of ruins the root system, which I like a lot, but it'll make it a lot more reasonably sized for this enclosure. Instead of being, like, so big, it's, like, incredibly unnecessary. There. There you go. Sleeping on your sleeping spots despite having a burrow. Oh, I should probably make sure that they're not unhappy. What's wrong with your habitat? Plants? There's plants you don't like in here? Really? Oh. Whoops. I covered a bit too much with the kapak trees. Kapak trees, whatever. Okay, that was too much. There you go. You can have your habitat decidedly less covered in trees. Okay, and you got your sleeping spots. You happy? Okay, we need sleeping spots over here now. I forgot about them. Give me a sleeping spot, please. Just right here. Give me some of this stuff. Small. I need to make sure that the, one more, please. I'll put some over here, actually. There. I need to make sure that the talking points are on different dates, because there's only one person working here. There you go. Ooh. Oh, is this made from the wood that you're talking about? This is a gorgeous bottle. That's a lacquered gourd. Oh, okay. No, hippopotamus! They're fighting! You're not supposed to fight! You're supposed to love each other! Execution. Who are you fighting? You can't fight Happy Hippo! They're special. You like the bridge? Thanks, I like it too. I thought it was a fun idea. Okay. I think that's good now. Got my talking points. I got my information. Did I make sure to set all the speakers? I did, okay. Trash cans. I need to put do not disturb signs up. I also need to make the do not feed signs up as well. Do not disturb. I'll put this on like the corners and be fine. There and here. I think that probably covers a lot of that area. I don't need to be here over. Oh wow, need a lot of these. All right, put that there as well and here as well. Turns out. Then on the edges here, nope, even closer. There and there. Then do not feed. Probably don't need the do not feed sign anywhere except up here, because the guests aren't gonna be anywhere else. So there, those are fine, probably. Don't really need security, but I'll put it down anyway. Couldn't hurt. One more there. There you go. There you go. Perfect. I could probably put some of these down too, but they're not. Neither of them are endangered, so I'm gonna have to do something else, like habitation or habitat sparing versus sharing or whatever. Maybe climate change. Ecological restoration. Ecotourism. Climate change. And ozone layer. The ones that I don't put very up very often because they're not really relevant to the animals that I tend to have. Okay, so I should probably check the elephants again. It's been a while. They might be up for cash. Nope. They are... I have a male, I think, already. I have a male and a female. I just need to get a... I could sell one of my cheetahs, I guess. I did intend to just, like, sell it for this, but maybe I'll just drop it quick so that I can get the actual cash to buy an elephant. How much are the elephants? How much is a good elephant? Like a decent one. That one's 841, but it's actually not bad. That one's okay. you need a lot of elephants, but I can only afford a few, and I'm not going to save up to buy an incredible amount of them. I'll buy them slowly over time as they come up. I think I want that 841 elephant. It's pretty good. I do need to get rid of my my lion here. Oh, they don't this one's not very good. I want to keep this one for when the other one passes from old age. I'm gonna get rid of this one, I think. What's the difference between them? This one has a lot less fertility. Okay, I get rid of this one. I'm not gonna trade it because nobody seems to want to buy them right now. Feels kind of like wasteful, but I need the points. Trading. Who else did I want to grab this one? Its fertility's not great. That one's okay, but this one's just better. Okay. Now my cheetahs. That one's fantastic. That one's pretty good. I might keep both of them. No, I only need one, don't I? The problem is I don't know which one. I guess this one's better. This one has better size, but this one's better every other way. So get rid of this one. I'm gonna put this one back up for trade because it's pretty good. I'll put this one up for trade as well because it's okay. Just hope they sell. So now we have 3 elephants. I can finally put them in the enclosure and start building it properly. Give me a sec. I gotta be right back. I need to find an animal to look at for a while. What's an animal to look at for a while? I haven't watched the flamingos in a while. Just watch them. I'll be right back. Sorry. I am back. Sorry about that. Anyway, try check to make sure nothing's fighting. Oh, things are fighting. Who could have guessed? Lemur is fighting. How dare you? Get out of here. And the ostriches are fighting again, of course, they always do. Just because there's so darn many of them growing up all at the same time. I probably ought to keep one of them. That one's really good. I should probably keep that one. Just because they're gonna eventually need to be replaced. Okay. That one's being put away. This one... Oh, that one's being put away. Should on pause so that they actually do go away, so I can actually find what I'm looking for. That'd be easier. Gazi, how good are you? You're not as good, although you have longevity. Interesting. It's a shame that you're not worth that much. Well, you're not worth a tiny amount. You're worth more than the warthogs. An econ. What do you got? Oh, you're bad. You got bad fertility. Get out of here. Okay. Them's taken care of. Yeah, ads ran as I was leaving. Or just before, I think. I remember looking at when I saw you say that. Every time I jump over the mandrill enclosure, I hear like a monkey or an ape or something just screaming. Yeah, these ones. There's some horrible echo that comes up whenever I like come through here. Like, they're fine when they're close to them, but as soon as I, like, go up, they just start, like, making horrible noises. How are the gorillas doing? I haven't looked at them in a long time. Oh, they're doing alright, although we do have some infighting, probably. How good are you? You're not great. I'm going to cast you out. Oh, 302, jeez, that's a lot. For a gorilla, it's not very good. Gee. Okay, back into here. I want to get more elephants. Do I have any elephants available for cash? No. I do have one very average female elephant. I might take that one. I think it's... Is it male to female? Oh, God, what's the population requirement? 1 male, 14 females. Okay. So I have 4... elephants now. I have 1 male and 3 females. I can put them in their enclosure whenever. I might start doing that now just so that I can start building that enclosure. Where, oh, where is the entrance to the zoo? There it is. In there, please. You're a fool. You just figured out that some hand-me-down chopsticks from Nana are urushi lacquer. Glad you didn't treat them like plastic. Oh, good. That's cool. I worry that... How does lacquer fare in, like, hot water? Whenever I use chopsticks, I always use them in, like, my boiling soup, right? Or, like, my incredibly hot rice, or, I don't know, like, egg rolls. I feel like I'm not sure lacquer is great for heat, but I don't know. Yeah, are they, like, ornamental, or are they proper use chopsticks? I'm excited to put them in here, but I'm also kind of nervous that I just don't really know how I'm gonna manage to fill this whole area in. I've got ideas, but Still not 100%. And I'm part of me is worried that elephants aren't going to want any plants anywhere. I'm just going to have to make a bunch of stone debris for making it more interesting. How are you? I haven't actually looked at these ones in a while. These are my bonobos? Yeah. They're doing alright. A couple of babies. Cheetahs are looking fine. Did I get rid of all the cheetahs here? Yeah. We have a pregnant cheetah again. Oh no, she's infertile. Well, that's not good. That means I can't breed them anymore. Which means I have all the cheetahs I'm ever going to have from her. Oof. I suppose I can get another cheetah that isn't related. I have this one, which is related, but don't want that. This voice sounds familiar, like something from film theory. Dirty voiceovers? No. I am open to being paid for voiceover work, yeah. No, but no, I don't do voiceovers or voice work. But I'm glad it sounds familiar, and that feels like a compliment, and I will take it as such. They're okay for food temperatures, but can't soak them in the sink or chuck them in the dishwasher? Ah, alright, that makes sense. They're out of the question. How much are cheetahs again? Cheetah. I need a decent female cheetah. That one's not bad. 2.3 years, pretty good. That one's not bad either. I kind of want more fertility. That one's decent, but I worry about the immunity. And it's also very cheap, which I like. But immunity is an important stat. I might grab it just because it's cheap. It's kind of... It might be too old. This one's like legitimately quite good. I just worry about them not having babies fast enough. I'm gonna grab this one. Since that one's gonna die pretty soon. I say die, pass on. So a more gentle way to say that. You got it? You can say stuff like, coming soon, in a theater near you, and all-you-can-eat buffet. Maybe, yeah. If I didn't stumble over my words so much, I'd probably be able to do it. Unfortunately, I'm really bad at talking. Which probably isn't the best for a streamer. I have so many red-ruffed-necked lemurs, whatever. Whatever they're called. Red-ruffed lemurs, that's what it is. I have so many of them. How many? Oh, wow, I have barely any of these ones. Oh, whatever. They're all starving again, if you can imagine, so I should probably call the keeper once again, as always. We got the clip. Let's wrap it up, nice. You'll be able to hear my stumble in 1080p, because I don't have a 4K monitor, and my graphics card probably couldn't handle it. So you're not going to catch me in 4K, but you'll definitely catch me in some K. Sound okay to you? Alright. Well, good then. Let me check the elephants again just before I start making the enclosure better. Very average, but cheap. Ooh, oh, expensive. I was excited for a second there. I was like, dang, that one's pretty good. Yeah, it's really expensive. Alright, another one of these. Go ahead and put it in the old quarantine so that I can get it in my zoo without its diseases from the other zoos. I can't stand elephant disease. Not in my zoo. Let's see. I'm probably good to just throw them right into their enclosure. I'll grab the next one after the fact. I'll get the 4 that I have already good to go, just out there. I did not mean to put that one in the quarantine yet. I meant to put them in the, the storage for later. Can I unselect everything? Select this one, put it back in the trade center, please. Thank you. Okay. Now I just gotta wait for my lovely elephants to be delivered, and I can start adjusting this terrain. I should also check what size they are and how big the fence needs to be. That seems like a better idea than what I'm doing now. 6 feet. Okay, it's fine. Maybe. Yeah, it's fine. Where are they? Where? Dragon sign. Okay. How are my aardvarks and my Nyalas doing? They doing alright? Oh, they got the zoomies. They're zooming around the place. All happy and whatnot. Little weird elephant piggies. Wow, the lag got bad all of a sudden. What the hell happened? My computer does not like this zoo. It is like way laggy here. I even lowered the guest count. I don't know why it got so laggy. The quarantine's so far away from my enclosure. It's such a long run from the quarantine all the way over here. I just gotta like wait for such a long time. This zoo is so big. It's very dense. Oh, there's one. Come on, bring it to me. Give me the elephant. I need to see its needs and desires. Diseased animal discovered. Oh no. Monkeypox. Oh no, there's so many monkeys in there. There's so many monkeys in there. Oh no. They're all gonna get monkeypox. Quarantine. Okay. I think we're going to be okay. I think I've quarantined all the ones that are gonna be problematic. We just have to hope that it resolves itself. How did that even happen? I've been like pretty careful about that. I guess the guests are allowed to just walk in there. Maybe that's the reason. Wow, that's a big elephant. How you doing, bud? Welcome to your new home. It's got a waterfall. It's not complete yet, but it exists. Oop. Oop. Sorry, I had to eliminate a spider. One of those spiders that might be a brown recluse. Difficult to tell, because they're moving too fast. Probably just a house spider, but because the color and size is about the same, I figure it must die, and I'm not willing to check, just in case. It could have been an innocent spitter, but just in case it wasn't, I'm not looking to have a really bad time. Okay, need to check what you want. We don't even want that many plants, although I have a lot of space to work with here. I'm going to make the upside, I'm going to make it grasslands up here, and down here I'm going to make it desert, I think. So, let's do that. What kind of terrain would you like? Lots of grass and short and long. So we're going to do long grass. Just kind of everywhere up here. Let me increase the intensity. That's gonna take forever if I don't. Okay, long grass up here. Kind of muddy water, a little murky. Good. Short grass, like down here. Maybe on like the edges here a bit. Around this pond, I'll put some more down the hill. Kind of scattered around the underside here, where it's not as hot as everywhere else. A little bit more long grass, just right there. Soil, heavy. Just around the edges of this little pond here, and this pond down here. I suppose inside there too wouldn't hurt. Shouldn't be that much grass in there. Also need I need less sand than I have. I need lots of rock though. What if underside of these things counts as part of the terrain? If I paint like up here, does that count? Doesn't seem to. Oh no, it does. Alright. Hopefully it doesn't translate to the top. It does seem to be painting the ground below where I'm doing it, so I think it will. Yeah, it does. That's honestly okay with me. I kind of like that it has a little bit of rockiness here and there. I'm going to make this a bit bumpier eventually, just not yet. Need a lot less sand and a lot more grass. Grass around the water makes sense, but everywhere else is kind of strange. Okay. Almost enough sand gone. Just a bit more would be doing it. There you go. Now soil heavy. Back up here again. Just a bit here and there. Around the water. Very along the water edge, I should say, specifically, not just the water. Right there. Back here, where there's a bunch of grass that shouldn't be there. Right there. Little dots here and there of, like, light soil. From up here, there's, like, a little bit of walk-in room. There you go. That's about good. I'm gonna leave it there. Go with roughen as well. I want to do roughen and size large, intensity quite low. Just to give it a little bit of terrain that isn't super normalized. It's just a bit more interesting. The eye. I don't really mind it up here. I think this looks fine. I kind of wish the edges were a bit rougher, but I'm not exactly sure how I would manage something like that. I guess flatten the surface could work if I do like a really small, really intense. It needs to be smaller than that, I guess, because it's just doing a bit too much. Just want it to be less round than it is. It's just too round. Too round. Round. terrain tools just don't like to cooperate with that sort of thing, I don't think. I think if I wanted to do this, it would have to be with the chisel, and it would take a long time. Wouldn't be a bad idea. It would definitely look better, but... Chisel's a bit of a rough tool to get used to. I tend not to use it very much. It does the job well, though. Whatever the job happens to be. Oops, just deleted some in the background. That was an accident. Maybe it's okay for now. I'll leave it. I'll leave it as is. I'll add some trees and stuff and come back with another pass through if I need to. That's okay. Looking mostly for grasslands, just to put stuff up on the top. Candelabra trees, I love these things so much. They're fantastic. There's also a really good tree down lower somewhere that I came across earlier. Marulas? No, I don't want those. I'm looking for... What was it called? I put it in one of the other enclosures. I like the strangler figs. I might put those down lower. Down near the water. Nope, nope, apparently don't like that. Really? Oh, I forgot to take off tropical, that's why. Yeah, acacias. Turn off water surface, whatever. Line to surface with the water on. I don't really know what this is meant to be used for, really, but it's not bad. It's a fun look. Little underwater grass. A willow, just one single willow right here at the front. What is this? Is this just like a different type of reed? I have no idea. Eelgrass? I'll do some more of that later. I just want to put those there to make sure I have it in my brain. Ooh, wow, that's a big tree. That's an olive tree? I didn't know olive trees could get this big. It's an old olive, yeah. Yeah. It's gonna go over in the corner. Not in the corner, but like over here. Away from the prying, perverse eyes of the public. Defended by its olive compadres. Papyrus sedge. Okay. I need to do this waterfall before I go too far and forget. I want like big rocks up here to like cover the fact the waterfall isn't a waterfall. I mean, it is a waterfall, but I want it to look more natural. Difficulty with that, of course, is having to have a bunch of rocks stacked on top of each other in weird ways to make it less immediately obvious that it's not natural. Okay, I mean, that's not bad, really. I just need to, like, figure something out with this. This, like, edge here is a bit too normal. Normal? Not right, not the word I'm looking for, but word that came out, so I'll just stick with it. I guess downside to the random rotation is sometimes it's just not quite the rotation that I want, so I have to go back in and manually rotate it anyway. It's good for like randomly placing a lot of rocks, but I'm trying to get some random rocks and some specific rocks here and there. And it doesn't like that. I liked it this way. One of these. Snap it down into the grind. Uppies. No, not quite. I need like a rock that's a little bit big, but not enormous, that I can like kind of slot in right here. And then prop up from the other side. Because I wanted to like cover the waterfall's like origin. But I need it to still be propped. I don't really mind that it has this bit showing that much. I think it's okay. Like, I want it to look natural, but I don't want it to be like, you know, I don't need to go that hard into making it covered. It doesn't need to be 100%, right? I will go behind here and make sure it's not... make sure it's still covered from behind, but... You know, random rotation all really feels like it should rotate a bit more than that. I do like that it exists. It's a fun feature, but I do wish it was a little bit more aggressive sometimes with its rotations. That was an accident. There, back here. Accident again, although I didn't actually mind that being there. That was actually kind of nice, just having like a little rock in there. I didn't think about that previously. Just make sure it's covered enough. The elephants won't be able to walk past it, which is kind of a shame, but it will fit in and look better to not be able to see that it's not real from behind. I don't know, imagine who's going to be able to see it from behind, but I can't risk it. Can't let the secret get out. Secret of my fake waterfalls in my enclosure. I wish I could manually adjust the size of these rocks. That'd be a lot more useful to me. They do a pretty good job of having like a lot of rock variation. Which I love, of course, but I do wish I could adjust the rock size. I did talk about it before, but I think is it Parkitect that does that? There's another game that's like a Planet Zoo, Planet Coaster like game. I think it's Parkitect, where you can like manually increase the size of the rocks. It might not be Parkitect. I don't know what game it would be if it wasn't though. But it's very nice. I'm gonna play Parkitect on stream one day, I think. You're back? Welcome back. Okay. It's a bit busy, but I think I'm okay with that. I might add a couple of these to make it a little bit less busy. I don't know another word to use here. Just do like add these to make the flat surface so that it's not quite as like jagged. Like just covers a lot of the individual rock placement, so it's not quite as much going on. So it looks more solid rather than less like caving in. That there. Give me another one like this. Oops. Okay, I'm gonna put some rocks along this edge here just to make it more in line with the rest of the area. Make some less aggressive ones up top. Yeah, that's right. Like I said, it's a bit busy. This one I need to like turn because it's too obviously a clone of the rock below it. Sounds like a chill game. Architect? Yeah, it's good. I've only played it a little bit, but I did a couple of the scenarios in it. It's very fun. I might just do the scenarios, honestly. They're cool. I was meant to be playing it with a friend of mine, but our schedules stopped aligning properly, and I never got a chance to play more than like 1 or 2 levels together. It's got like a multiplayer thing. If, in case that wasn't clear, it's got multiplayer. Give me a rock like right here. I need to make sure that this is like obviously flowing this direction, because I didn't make the pond below it big enough. don't like that rock. I like that one. That one's okay. Yeah, that's alright, honestly. I kind of like it at a distance. I still want to fill in this stuff, but it's not bad. I'm gonna ask you to stop talking about your finances, not because I'm disinterested, but because it's kind of a dangerous practice online. It's something you should definitely keep to yourself. Don't tell people about it. That's not smart. Good on you for saving, though. It's a good practice for sure. And I hope you continue, you know, like saving for honestly as long as you can. But it is a dangerous thing to talk about. Don't tell people your details. You'll find that online, no information is particularly difficult to find. And it is not a good idea to espouse the amount of money that you have available. Got nothing to hide. It's not about hiding, it's more about people can just steal your data really easily, hack your account, get your money. It's not likely to happen, but it is possible and quite easy. It's just a safe practice to not talk about it. Green arrow, there you go. Back a bit. I kind of want to turn it this direction. I don't know why, but I really want it to go that way. But I also need to make sure it doesn't have that little bit there clipping through. Like that, maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely good to put your stuff in a bank, but it doesn't mean it's 100% safe. It's easy to... Well, it's not... I wouldn't say easy, but it's very possible to get, like, voice recordings. Like, this... like, look into phishing scams, I guess. Like, don't look into it, but, like, be aware of them. It's really easy to accidentally say something or do something that can get your information stolen. Which means access to your bank account and stuff like that. You can lock it, and you can report it fraud, but it's still a big hassle you can easily avoid otherwise. Where's my rock? Where'd my rock go? Oh, I'm in the mountain, that's why. I keep forgetting I'm allowed to clip through terrain now, so I have a hard time finding things. There you go. How dare you? How dare you be exposed? Don't you know who I am? Okay. I worry that if I put these too evenly spaced, it'll be obvious that it's, like, a wall. Not that the animals will know, of course, but I certainly will. And I want to forget that this isn't real. Okay, just a little bit more. Like right here will be nice. Just to add a little bit of variety to the area. Game does not like looking at that. See, I need your money in my bank. Also, hello. Hey, how goes? I'm doing well, kind of. I'm quite ill, but I'm having fun with the game. So I'll probably be ending soon. But I wanted to finish my elephant enclosure before I did. That way next week I can start a new zoo. I'm glad I researched monkeypox already, so I didn't have to focus on it yet. I'm gonna put some more rocks around this edge here, just a bit too plain. I like a little bit of variety on the bank. Doesn't need to be a huge amount, just some. Some inside the cave too, of course. Of course! You can't just not, right? It is kind of funny that like the terrain shift changes so much. Like I made an effort to like make this all rocky, and then I look at the rest of it. It's just like really normal, like kind of Play-Doh land over here. Glad to hear you good. Yeah. Had a long break from zoo, but been enjoying it again. That's good. I'm glad to hear it. The waterfall came out great. I think so. Thank you. I'd like to add some, like, particles just to... I say particles, but I need to make sure the elephants are happy before I continue. Because I didn't finish adding their terrain and stuff. They don't seem to need any shelter. I'm assuming that's because everything under here is shelter. Or maybe they just don't like shelter, generally speaking. But I don't have any, like, food or anything for them yet. Ooh. Food. Right. Food. For the animals that I forgot to give them. Again. I don't know why I regularly forget to give them food. It just happens, somehow. Every single time. Oh, the waterfall. Oh, dang. I didn't realize the joke. The waterfall. It's a good one, actually. I like that now that I've thought about it for a second. Well, a star-shaped habitat? Yeah! It's my lions. If I can find them. There's one. I got a lot of shapes. Gold star. Yeah. It's cute. It's a cute lion. I got another lion in here too. Oh, I got more than one actually, turns out. I got Abadayo, which was given to me by Mrs. No Doubtfire, very generously. I think they're going to start fighting if I don't put them away, I just realized. Nope, they're fine. Okay. Yeah, I got my moon enclosure for the elephants. I've got stars, circles. I got whatever this is one of them is, some diamonds. I got a trapezoid here for the chimpanzees. I got a diamond here for the flamingos. Well, like that kind of diamond. I got a triangle, a rectangle, another like gem, an emerald or whatever, an octagon. Sorry, it's a hexagon, because it's a bestigan. Whatever this shape wants to be called, I don't know. Something. I got a bad circle. That's an oval. I got lots of shapes. Thankfully, zookeepers will feed without bowl, but a bowl gives you more food per feeding, you think? I'm not sure if they will they? I don't think they feed your animals unless they, like, I have, I have, like, the, like, the food, habitat, recreation things, enrichment. I have those, so they were getting fed because of that. The zoo is shaped out nicely. Yeah, thanks. It's a good joke. Ah, good jokes. I like it. It's a good time. Gyro! Tire! Spelled wrong. Beaver pool? What? Beaver pool? Beaver pool? What? What is it? What is it? What? Beaver pool? What does that mean? Is it gonna be beavers here? Oh, don't do that. What is a beaver pool? Saw them dump out hay near the entrance somewhere. Oh, maybe. Maybe they do feed them. Maybe I just didn't realize. None there. Oh, you talking about this right here? This is bedding. This isn't like food. This is like straw. For them to lay on. Okay. Well, I put a beaver pool in here for whatever the heck that's gonna do. I'm assuming the elephants just play in it, but I have no idea. They need more food enrichment, or any food enrichment, I suppose. I should also give them feeding troughs. I'm gonna put them down here. The habitat's very big, so it's gonna take them for like a long time to get around to eat, so... Just put several of them down so they can get to whatever one's fastest. Tree scatter feeder. I don't want to put anything up here. I like this area. I don't really want them to go up there. Because the guests won't be able to see them. So I'm just going to pretend that I don't need to worry about it. And they're not going to go up there ever. Even though they definitely will. Okay, that's probably enough enrichment. I want to go back to my placements of grass and trees and such. I want to get some of that, where is it? The eelgrass or whatever it is. Just turn off grasslands. There it is. I want some of this to, like, poke up here and there in this, like, area. Oops, I just flipped that upside down. That was an accident. Random rotation all off, please. dot this stuff all over the place, just so it's a little bit more interesting to look at. Oops, not like that. Turn off a line to water, please. Is that going to go actually under the water? It will. Okay, cool. Do need to go a little bit deeper, because it's not really going where I want it to go. Okay, seems fine. The Beaver Pool is a toy enrichment item available as part of the Planet Zoo North American Animal Pack. Unlike what the name suggests, it is not for the exclusive usage by North American beavers. It is also used by sun bears, dholes, dingoes, mute swans, sloth bears, and juvenile African savanna elephants, and Indian elephants. Eelgrass is an underwater plant, but okay, as in deeper water. I know, but look at it. It's so pretty. It's such a nice shade of green. I know it's underwater, because it says right here underwater, but what else am I supposed to put there? Reeds? I'm intentionally putting it down where I know it doesn't belong, purely because I like the way it looks. I guess I could put the papyrus there instead. That looks nice too. And it would also make more sense. I'll do that instead. I'll leave this eelgrass up here, but I'll take this stuff away. There's some really muddy water up here. Okay. More reeds down here wouldn't go awry. Along the water edge. Don't need that one, it's a bit too big. Put it over here. Okay, with no bowl thing you saw somewhere else? Oh, okay. Well, as long as they get fed, I guess I'm happy. Okay, turn off aquatic. We're gonna go for the grasslands tab this time. More candelabra trees. I love them, so I'm gonna put some more down. Doesn't matter what the elephants want, it only matters what I want. And I like candelabra trees. I just like the strangler fig, so I'll probably put some of those down too. Wait, no, strangler fig's Africa. No, that's right, Africa. But no, but it's jungle, it's not grassland. Oh, the fever tree! I forgot about the fever tree. I love a fever tree. It's so weird looking. Look at how weird looking this tree is. It does work, but not long term, you think? Alright. That makes as much sense as anything else to me. I imagine there's probably some, like, I mean, like, I imagine they're not going to let the animals starve. Like, I imagine they make an effort to feed them, even if it doesn't have a bowl, but I think you're right that maybe it's, got, like, just probably, like, an efficiency boost for using the bowls or something. What's weird about it? It's, like, smooth. And green. And it looks, like, sickly. I don't know. I just think they're cool looking. But I don't know what... I've never seen one before, so it looks weird to me. I've never seen a tree that looks anything like this in my life. I don't even know what these actually look like in real life. I haven't looked one up. It just looks weird in this game. Maybe it's normal, but to me it's weird. You think they're normal here? Oh, well. La-di-da. You live in a place with fever trees. They're cool, weird-looking tree. I hope you enjoy them. I hope you think they're cool. The nice one in Q? Was that a typo or is that actually a thing? I don't know what that is. I don't know where that is. What that is? Or how to pronounce it. Q is a suburb. Okay. That was a nice one there. In that place. Good. It deserves admiration. Got folds under one of the main branches like rolls of fatty belly. That's funny. I didn't realize it could... well, I guess I've seen some trees that grow like that. Pretty rare, though. Out in the more deserty area, I'm going to add, like, dry grass. Up here, in like this area where I get a lot of sun reaches. Maybe aligning these to surface, I realize now. But it's kind of too late to worry about it much now. Okay. I do like hawthorn bushes. I'll probably put some here just to liven up the place. God, the anti-aliasing or whatever does not like that tree. Wow. Okay, let me see. What do you got for deserts? Got any cacti, some date palms, dry grass. Ooh, a retusa. I like these bushes. I think they're neat. I do want some, ooh, that's a pretty bush. I do want some, rocks out here as well. Frankincense. Nice. You gonna head off? Coolio? Take care, Zifo. Thanks for hanging out. Dry bushes. Very dry bushes out here in the proper desert. Where I've let for some reason that I just have here in this strange combination of environments. Alright, give me some palms. A date palm. Turn off align to surface. Give me a century plant over here. Some of them actually. I think more than one would be nice. They get really big. Aloe vera. Oh my god, amazing. Date palm. really have anywhere I want to put this, honestly. I guess like right here is okay. Alright. That's not bad. I think I've probably got enough of these. I'm gonna put some rocks down now. 'Cause I like rocks. I want some variety to the terrain here. I made it a little bit bumpy, but it didn't change much, you know? Give me that random rotation all, please. There you go. More rocks. Some more rocks up here wouldn't go awry either. It's just a kind of plain up here. But not like a plains, but like a, you know, boring. It's not particularly exciting up on top of this here. Got these rocks here, which are nice, but that's about the extent of the rocks. These are desert rocks too, so I should probably make sure they're in the desert. Just kind of scatter them around, honestly. Don't need to make it particularly sensible. Wherever they want to go, which is wherever I want to place them. Because my word is law. It's my stream. Get wrecked. Okay, I think I'm pretty satisfied with that, honestly. I kind of like it. The inside here is a bit dull, but I can't really do much here. I could add spikies, but I feel like if I added too many of them, the elephants wouldn't be able to walk around in here. Also, there's not going to be any, like, rain here, really. Aside from, like, maybe around the water there would be, like, some stalactites. Just, like, up here and stuff. Turn off this before it becomes an issue. Some stalactites there and whatnot. Actually, should I use this color rock? Kind of blends better. Yeah, maybe. That actually kind of matches the terrain color a bit. I hate when I try to adjust those and they're like, I need to turn my camera for it to work. Okay, because if you're adjusting it at this angle, it doesn't like it. Okay, we got one rock there. Lift it up, move it over. One there. Rotate this one. Move it this way. One there. Push it back. Pull it this way. Rotate. Angle. Bingo. Okay. Did not mean to grab whatever that was. Okay, dupe that. Just kind of like put it wherever. Angle it this way and this way. Lift it up. Put it down. Cancel. Dupe. Doesn't really look like stalactites at all, does it? That's okay. I'm fine with it. It looks interesting enough. Maybe it's not like perfect, but at least it adds some variety to the interior of the cave. Whatever system this is. There you go. Okay. I think I'm pretty satisfied with that, honestly. The elephant's happy, I guess. Have a little watch, look-see at the elephants as they roam very slowly around the place. Any other preferences you might want here? Enrichment's fine, environment's good. Social is great. Nutrition's not wonderful, but that's because I haven't researched them properly yet. Cleanliness isn't great, but that's fine because it just got added. I already designated this somewhere else, so it's fine. Do I need to get them more bedding or anything? And they do need bedding, alright. I can do that. Extra large bedding, ideally. All in the cave for them to relax, surely. Ew, you're pooping. I'm placing your beds and you're pooping. How dare you? What are you, an animal? I make that joke every stream. I hope you enjoy it. Okay. Looks good. Wow, listen to you. Okay. Now they're out of water space to walk in, because I filled it all with... I filled it all with rocks. So they ran out of water. Okay. Give me terrain, water, delete, sculpt, flatten the foundation, larger, 100%. Nope, don't do that. I just realized where I was at. Don't make it that big. I just realized it'll delete the ceiling. Okay. Now smooth that all out. Water it up. I did not add that much water. I just realized it's separate to everything else, basically, so it's not great. How much? Did that add enough for you? You're gonna need a lot more, so I'll probably make some more pools just around. No, it ended up about the same anyway. Okay, I'll put some water over here, too. A little push down area. Actually, where's the edge of the water that I need to be aware of? Oh, well, that's not good, is it? Okay. Okay, we're gonna dupe this and move it over here. It's gonna be a terrible spot for the staff, but I'm gonna need it back there just so that they can actually get to it. The guests, I mean. Hopefully that reaches the water at the top so it's not so murky and horrible. I did like it murky, but I want it to be clean so that elephants don't, you know, get poisoned by it. Well, it's green for some reason. Oh, it's being cleaned, I see. And that one down there is also clean because it's being reached by that, I think. Yeah, barely. Alright. So I want to make that water spread out further this direction, I think. Like from this angle here, this way. Doesn't need to be like a lot, just needs to be some. Flatten to foundation this way, please. They're having a good time, at least. They're really tooting their horns. I assume that's a good thing and not like a distress call. I'm guessing they like tooting their horns, and it's fun for them. Although I don't know much about elephants, so... perhaps not. Although, even that wasn't very much water. I put there's so much water down here, and there's like, that's not that much, really. The second they have a baby, it won't be enough. I'll need to put even more in. I don't know exactly where to spread more water out to. I could put more up on the top. Maybe like make a little oasis right here. Oh, you just had to make it like pitch black while I'm trying to build, huh? And there you go. There's a little bit more water for you. Not a whole heaps, a lot of water, but something. Elephants are fighting. Elephants, sorry. Hippos. Hippos are fighting. Zahur and Azizi. Get out of here. You've been excommunicated. I like to say executed when I mean that, but decided to use the right word this time. That's a funny joke. Alright. Now, let's see. They got enough water now, but I don't know how much it's gonna be than when they have a baby. It's not like they'll be unhappy. They'll still be fairly happy with the enclosure. It'll just be like a little bit less good than they want. Oh, it's a lot more water than I thought. Okay, it didn't update, but it was fine. Okay, now viewing angles are basically anywhere. I don't really care. Because, like, the elephants are ideally going to be around this spot. Oops, no, I want that to be that. I just want it to be the one-way glass. Ideally, the elephants will be here, right? So people will just look at them. And no matter where they're at. As long as they're playing with something over here. So, as long as it's on this front end, I'm fine. But if they go behind the enclosure, or on top of that hill, nobody will ever see them ever again. Which is why I put all of the toys down here. Okay, we don't need an ATM. I do want to put more torches. Not that they're really bright enough to help here, but... yeah, it's something. I want to get the information booth. I'm assuming a lot of people are going to want to see this. I'm going to add several of them. I'm going to have like 5, maybe even. Just because I have a lot of space to work with, and I imagine elephants are quite popular. Well, it turns out 4, because I can fit 4 there. Talking point. Donation bucket on either side of the talking seats. Buckets along the path, because I can't fit them off the path. Put one there, but I'm going to leave it on the path for the consistency's sake. Lemur's about to inbreed. No good. Hey, why? When you use grow up? Yeah, alright. Just have to leave it. It's fine. Disabled breeding, so well, hopefully that'll solve my issues. Who knows? Let's see. I wanted to get more benches as well. Just so they can have a place to sit and watch the elephants. Hopefully they appreciate this. I don't imagine they will, but you know, they might. Facilities, give me the speaker, please. Put one right here. That should be able to cover this whole section. One right here. Some of these signboards in front of those. I'm going to actually clone them this time, so I don't have to put them all down one after the other. There you go. Oops. That's a bit too high. That one's high too. I just put it on top of the thingy. Whoops. Ooh. There you go. One more here. There you are. Just information for the guests. Oh, that one can't be used. I need to pull it forward a bit. What I get for tracing this edge exactly. They need to like... ah, whoops. I'll place that one in a second. They need to be super close to the edge because they need a lot of space, and I've given them like almost exactly the amount of space they need. So I can't like afford to shrink the enclosure at all. Okay. Elephant and massive. Oh, it wasn't as big as I thought it was. Just misjudged it. Elephant. Massive. There you go. Okay, I'm going to scoot this one over so that it covers the rest of the area that hasn't been, well, covered. I'm going to grab this one, move it over here. I don't think guests are going to go this far, but if they do, they'll be able to hear more. Nature, no, not nature. Facilities, favorites. Do not disturb signs, I think are going to be a good idea. I don't know how... I think they're probably quite okay with humans. But I'd still like to have these down just in case. There's no sense in letting people disturb the elephants. They're lovely, docile creatures. Definitely won't trample you to death. And they hold no grudges because they have short memories. Clearly. Do not feed. Feed. Do not feed. Not feed. Absolutely do not feed. Okay. And I'll put down these security cameras to make sure nobody's feeding. Scoot. Scoot. Okay. There you go. Now, is that everything you need? I think. I guess the, some of the actual education boards wouldn't go awry here. On this back edge here. One there and on either side of that. Alright, what do we want? Ecological restoration? No. Climate change? Land sharing versus sparing? Poaching? And... additional medicine. Okay. I think I have completed the enclosure to a satisfactory level. I'll make the day that people talk about the elephants be in January. Allow sending guests. Good. I probably put in some particles, water, water jet small, is that what I'm looking for? No. Water splash is what I'm looking for, yeah. Well, that looks like a ripple, I don't want a ripple. Rapids foam splash, that's what I wanted. Can I get a smaller one than that? No. Alright, well, that's okay. I'll move it into the waterfall. It only adds a little bit of a splash. I don't actually need that many of these. I thought I'd need more, but I really just need like one or two. Yeah, that seems alright. Okay, well. Special waterfall top. Murky bottom. Ooh, gross. Okay, double check that I made sure that there's actually a staff member on this track. I hadn't, it's been a while since I've looked. I'm not sure if there is a staff work zone here or not. I think there should be, but I don't know if I actually bothered to check. Actually, let me just make a new work zone, double check. There you go. What is this work zone? It's probably going to be like one of the just random work zones. Work zone 9? Where's work zone 9? Why didn't I name that? Oh, because it's not real. Oh. I forgot to... Oh, that's why they're starving, because I forgot to reset it. Work zone... Tree dwellers. There. I forgot I basically remade that enclosure. Stars, maybe? Is star where the moon is? Yeah. Gonna remove that. Make a new work zone. Call... Oop, nope. Cancel. New work zone. Call it moon. And then in the moon work zone, I'm going to add this area. I'm going to have to add a staff room and other buildings there as well. I'll do that real quick. So we want a keeper hut. The staff room, small. A research center? No, maybe a workshop? No, workshop is just for... Well, why not? You know what? Why not have a workshop? No reason not to, right? That seems fine. Now, I should probably go in and make it all staff paths. Not that it matters, because I don't think guests are going to come back here, because there's nothing to see back there. But, still smart. Hire one of each for now. Security? Yeah. And an educator, please. And then I'm going to assign them all to the work zone once they've landed, and I can click on them. Work zone is moon. Go. There you are. Moon. I like how they just kind of like stand to attention when I assign them. They go into like an A pose, but it just looks like they're like being like, yes sir, kind of thing, right? Oh, you didn't do it. Boo. Okay. Good, good, good. Zoo, go ahead and train all my staff. That one doesn't respect me. They don't have to respect me. You just have to do the work. Alright. No, my Nihileshwa. Who's fighting? Anybody fighting? We had one fight a while ago for the hippopotamus, but that was it. Honestly, not too bad. Okay. I think I'm gonna call it for the day. I'm very tired and ill, and I want to go to bed. Oh, oops! I forgot to. Wait, what do you mean it doesn't? Okay, hold on. Let me double check the work zone to see why it doesn't include the habitat. Give me a second. I was gonna go, but I guess I'm not gonna go yet. Moon. Edit work zone. This one. Yes. There. Now you can't complain, can you? Good. Hehe. Anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna head off. I'm tired. So have a good rest of your day, night, afternoon, evening. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow with American Truck Simulator. I hope I can do a longer stream. I've been doing really short streams this whole week for some reason. I don't know why. Just bad coincidence, I suppose. Series of unfortunate events. Whatever. Errands, sickness, visitors, whatever you want to call it. Anyway. But yeah, I'll be back with that tomorrow. I'll be back with next week with this, same day as always. You know. And, I will be doing a new zoo next time, because I finally got every animal I needed. I got every African animal that I had available to me in my zoo. And that was my goal. So, the new zoo is going to, if it lets me, I haven't tested it, if it lets me, I'm going to make it on Antarctica. And I'm going to try to get every animal I'm able to get in the entire game in it. But I'm not going to make it, like, wacky or anything. I'm going to try and just, like, shove them all into the exact size enclosures that they need to, like, survive. And have, like, this horrible industrial nightmare zoo where all the animals are, like, happy, but not, like, fulfilled, you know? It's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be terrible. But it's going to be perfect. I'm going to make every enclosure the shape of the animal's head. Utilitarian, yeah. I'm gonna make every enclosure the right size and the shape of the animal's head that's going to be in the enclosure. That's my plan. We'll see if I stick to that. We'll see how difficult it becomes. Considering shapes were hard. Anyway, I'm out of here. Take care. Bye-bye.